right. Stop it. Relax. Shh. Alright, so if anyone's here, I'd like to know that you are free to drop any questions in the comments, and I'll be able to ask and, yeah, do anything. So, yeah, if anyone's here, I'm waiting. Oh yeah, we got someone in the comments. Hello, Rival the First. Really appreciate you from joining the stream today. Stop that. No. Stay. Shh. Stay over here. Alright, so according to the stats I have right now, there are 5 viewers in the stream right now. I'm perfectly okay with that. If you guys want to ask anything, feel free to ask. Let's just sit there for a moment. Just let me set something. Come here. Stream's taking a while. Come here. Good boy. Oh, hello, MFF Personal Studio Z. Thank you for joining the stream with us. We really appreciate it. I don't know why I sounded like a VTuber right just over there. That was embarrassing. Alright, so the chat is time to come together. It's okay. We've got 4 people now. Hello, Yieldsy Tech. Froggy. Okay. Alright, thank you for the information. Alright, guys. Good to see some people coming on right now. I do have some news to tell you that there is a bit of a storm happening in Australia right now. Although a lot of people will think for summer it is really, really hot and steamy, but here it is hot and windy at the same time, so it isn't really good. And hello to everyone that has joined the chat. It's nice to know there are people here. If any of you have been wondering about the Q&A that I've been working on recently, there's currently a bit of homework that I got to do. First of all, I actually do piano practice, which is something I got to get off my chest. And then, yeah, I can start working on more of the thumbnail that I'm currently doing right now on a computer, to paint. It might not be very good quality, but I have heard that thumbnails are usually one of the biggest reasons people click on videos. So, yeah, I'm currently working on that now. Oh, so you're from America. That's nice to know. I've heard that America has got a lot of heritage there for Westerns in the 1970s, I believe. That is really cool to know. I actually did want to go to America at one point until I actually used to believe that everyone there had guns. So, yeah. But that is nice to know. Come on. Yeah, good boy. And if you're wondering where Mango is just over there. The only reason we have him inside the cage is because Mango can fly, and he's very stubborn, so he would usually often try to fly off. Yeah, I do agree. Mango is actually a very peak name. Mango actually belongs to my sister, my younger sister. Although I do not want to get into any personal information, she picked Mango because she expected he would be sweet and friendly as a mango. But Mango is actually a lot more stubborn than his name. So, yeah, I actually would have called him Lemon, and this here is Banana. I'm pretty sure you all know that, but yeah. If all of you have been wondering, this actually has been a year since I have gone live. The last time I went live was in my bedroom, like, I don't know, a year ago, in early 2024. Mango is overripe. I actually do agree. Nice to know, Froggy. And I would call my Banana, like, if I were to give him his ripeness, I would say, like, he's, medium ripe, because he isn't as crazy as Mango, but he isn't old or boring either. Hear that? Oh, hello, Yildiz Tech. Sorry for the pronunciation. You have a cockatiel too. That is nice to know. Cockatiels are great pets. Yes, the good ripeness. Yeah, that's what I would say. Well, unlike most cockatiels, Banana's more of the chill, laid-back kind, so he usually doesn't engage in play much, but he does like to sit on your shoulder. Well, yeah, currently he likes to wander around, so I'm actually going to let him do that. I'm just going to open the camera a bit so you all can see him. There you go. Goodness, an iPhone X isn't really the best thing to do on a live, trust me. Alright, so I've got 3 people in the chat currently. That is perfectly fine. Although I'm probably going to be doing this for probably not too long ago. Banana's got Minecraft parrot vibes. Actually, if you probably did know, there is a Minecraft parrot skin in Minecraft that actually is shaped as a cockatiel. And one thing this actually reminded me of is, if you guys haven't heard of the Broken Script, it's a Minecraft horror mode that was apparently banned, but then re-added because it destroyed your world files. While we were playing that, I was looking through the jungle and then found a cockatiel, named it Banana, and took it back. So I can have like every time I start a Minecraft world, I usually have like a virtual banana with me all the time. So it is a funny quirk to have. Say hi, Banana. Ah, so you know about the broken script. That is nice. Oh, oh. Trying to bite the phone, are we? You stay right there. If you're a nerd about the broken script, I could actually maybe use some help with, if you don't know Subanomaly 1, it's the entity that looks like a puff of null particles that apparently moves very slow and destroys your builds, which is really annoying. So yeah, recently when we just ended our world, we saw a Subanomaly 1 spawn, and we didn't know what we were gonna do, so we just decided we should maybe get Elytra and, I don't know, build a sky base to, yeah, avoid all of that. Yeah, has a good idea? Alright, that's good to know. Stay there. If you're all wondering if I don't really aim to make very chaotic VTuber stream things. Like, have you heard of, Fuwawa and Mokoko? Yeah, I don't really aim to do stuff that ridiculous and big. I don't ask for donations. I do like subscribers, so if you guys do want to help with some support, that'd be really nice, because if you all are like some of my old viewers, you probably would know that the subscriber count has dropped a bit, down 600 subs. I know. Used to be 16,000, and it seems to have hit 15.4. Am I stressed? No. Well, I am, yeah, I do have a bit of hopes for some high sub counts, but I don't want to be greedy with all that stuff, just to let you know. I subbed immediately when I saw the stream. That is nice to know. Oh, Mango. If you want to have a look at Mango, Mango's just over here. He's pretty active, which is why I'm a little worried for him to come out of the cage. When we play with Mango, we take him into a garage, which is a closed area where he can't stay, but we can interact with him, because people who don't interact with their pet birds are, unfortunately, yeah, I call those war crimes. If you are a bird owner who does that, well, I don't want to be rude, but yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. But I'm pretty sure everyone doesn't. Mango, the cage is not a ladder. Well, that is alright. Although the cockatiels do use this as a way to climb up, because, yeah, we don't have any ladders installed. Cockatiels actually use their beak as a third arm in order to climb up onto objects. He sees a giant grid of stuff that is climbable, he uses it. That's just cockatiel problem solving for you there. You keep climbing onto my shoulder. Sit there. No? Okay. Hold on. So let me sit you over here. Good boy. You want to say hi to your viewers? Banana? Smile. Good boy. Just gonna check the chat settings real quick. All right. Smartish fluff balls. Well, at one point I would call them marshmallows, because if you look at a cockatiel, they do have that marshmallow build to them, which is pretty goofy. Which is why Banana was actually nicknamed Fluffy Marshmallow at one point, but no one really liked it. So instead, I legally changed his nickname to Puffle. And yes, I'm sorry about the delay. I am using an iPhone X, which is an old phone model, because it's all I got. I'm broke, okay. You wanna come here? Come here. Good boy. Yeah, I'm glad you get that. Oh. Get over here, Banana. So, if you want to get an example of how cockatiels use their beak as a third arm, if you watch closely, when a cockatiel climbs, okay, David Attenborough moment, they use their beak to pull their body forward and pull them up to where they want to go. And when moving down, they just reverse this procedure. I'm actually gonna pull out his playground, so I'm just going to pause the stream for a bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have just pulled out his playground. And if you're wondering where this playground came from, this is actually custom. First what I got is I got this flat piece of cardboard that's got these okay, it's not cardboard, it's flat wood. Stop chewing. And then we got drill holes here on these bits so you can, glue and drill these dowels onto them. And then it houses like perches. Even this ladder here, which Banana perfectly climbs, but this always gets out of. Yeah. And if you want to see him climb, I'm just going to sit him here. You just might. No. Okay. I guess there's your answer. Alright. Banana is pretty clingy today, so he tries to climb up my shoulder, which is what I perfectly respect, but I just want to, display some of his feats and facts, which is something I think I should show. There we go. Yeah, I know. He's just so cute, I can't help it. Oh. Come here. Sit here. Yeah, he's so beautiful. That's just Australian wildlife view there at its beauty. When most people think of Australia, they usually think of snakes and crocodiles and spiders. Well, Australia, in my opinion, actually has the best wildlife. Well, I mean, bird wildlife, to be honest. Although, I'm not saying this as beef for the other countries like the USA or Great Britain. It is my opinion. Because us Australians, we get things like the lyrebird, the cockatiel here, we get the lorikeet, emu, and lots of amazing animals that are capable of surviving in the harsh desert. My personal favorite is the lyrebird, apart from Banana, because the lyrebird is the world's largest songbird that is actually capable of mimicking mechanical sounds from a chainsaw to gunfire. If you want to have a look at any videos of a lyrebird, feel free to do that. You all have cool animals, and I've got sand and depression. I'm suggesting that's a desert. Well, usually when I think of America, since I didn't know much about it, I always thought of the Old West, which is, yeah, all sand and desert and stuff, which is really goofy until I just really understand a lot more. I'm gonna start a Q&A real quick. That's a good boy. Come here. Ah, you're in Utah. I'm in Utah, moving very soon, so I'm okay saying so it's very deserty. Oh, alright. Actually heard of Utah from, I don't know, a railroading, like American railroading videos of VHS tapes. Apparently I've heard it's like a special and key location of the rail trade. It is the only thing I really know about Utah, but no, if you were asking me, we are actually nowhere near the Australian desert. We're if IP address coming up. Okay, I'm joking. We're actually on the south. We're actually on the south of like south of Australia, down at the bottom. Yeah, like to the west of Melbourne. So yeah, no, we do not live near the desert. Even though this is where cockatiels are usually found in. Yeah, that we do not live anywhere near the desert. I want a bird. I thought the exact same thing too. If you guys actually want to know the lore about banana, it originally was actually because, well, when I was like around 6 and to 8, no, I'm not saying 6, 7, I always wanted a pet cockatiel. But first I wanted a cockatoo, until like a large one, until I realized that they are very problematic. So instead I decided to take a cockatiel, and a few years later my wish was granted, given to me on my, well, I don't want to reveal ages here, on one of my, yeah, birthdays. Yeah, and unfortunately I actually knew it was coming because I saw him I saw him outside in the front door. So yeah, quite a spoil. Well, 2 years after that, he started growing up. Now, if you want to look at him now, he's now got a fully grown crest, a tail, and wings. However, his wings are unfortunately a little undeveloped because his wings are trimmed way too many times when he was in the pet store, allowing weak flight. So, yeah. Hold on. I do not want to jump a bummer, but yeah, the stream isn't going to last very long because I unfortunately do have chores to do. How long have you had banana? Roughly a year, but if you were to count 2026, it would be 2 years. But I like to say around 1 year, although if you look back in the old videos, the first video you'll ever see of him is a video of him called in the introduction of Banana. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, and yeah, that was when I got him. And you would have noticed he was making all these, young, immature squeaking and screeching as a baby cockatiel's call that it wants affection. So yeah, it kind of gives me an idea of the age of Banana. I think he's roughly around a year and 3 months now, because if you can see, he's got really the adult facial details here. So yeah, it's what I really believe. I have to go to sleep, so the stream ending soon is okay. All right, that is good to know. So I actually am about to go to sleep too, at least in 4 hours, because it is currently 4:18 in Australia today. I don't know if you remember me, but I've been watching since 100 subs. That is really nice to know, Rival the First. That actually is really nostalgic to me, because 100 subs was like, I don't know, beautiful, beauty call. And then when I got to, I don't know, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, it was all meh. So you never remember your first 100 subs. And it is nice to know that you've been around there. So roughly you would have been watching my channel for 9 months now, and that is really impressive, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mango's being a big back right now, as you can see there. I hate to be a bummer, but I am going to put Banana in his cage now, but I will allow you guys to observe him because I'm going to still be filming him. So yeah, I'm going to pause it once again. Yeah. Alright, I have now put Banana into his cage, although he was really wanting a bit of it because he was hungry and he wanted to, you know, be with his friend for a bit. So that is perfectly respectable and that is fine. Banana cage time. For Banana, it really depends on his mood. Yo, noob leader, let's go. I also have birds. I'm pretty sure I know that. That is, although I have been seeing you responding quite a while now, so yeah, it is nice to know that. I am planning on ending the stream 30 minutes, so yeah, I'm sorry for those. It's just, you know, like a quick get up and say hi to some of my people, so yeah, if you do have anything to say, just drop it into the comments. They're doing little kissies. This is actually called preening. They're just giving me that weird side eye. Maybe I'll come back in 4 years with Tellbirds and an animation channel. Who knows? Actually, I actually think that's a really good dream for you to have, although I actually haven't even started 2D animations yet, so it would be awesome if you do that. Book 2435. Hello, greetings from where you come from. Nice to have someone joining the channel when it's about to end. Foreshadowing. But yeah, it's alright though. I am planning to stream more because the last stream I had was 1 year and that was like, yeah, quite a while ago. So I am going to plan on stream more when I have time. I actually haven't asked you this, noob leader, but what kind of birds do you have as well? It would be nice to know. They're like mine. Ah, okay. Cockatiels too, I'm suspecting. I'm just going to, like, assume they're cockatiels, although, please correct me if that is correct, but yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. You can see it on my recent post. Alright, I'll remember to check that soon. Okay, and the main real reason I actually wanted to set up this live stream is because the Q&A, although a lot of people here have been really wanting the Q&A, because the last time I done a Q&A was also 1 year ago. So I am planning to start a new Q&A. So if any of you guys haven't, you know, typed a question yet, remember to go to my community page or posts and just, yeah, enter it down there where it says I'm starting a Q&A. I have cockatiels too. That is nice to know. Cockatiels are got to be the great pets. Although they are like, they suit my lifestyle because I at least have to go to school, but I have like 3 hours to play with them. So yeah, a cockatiel is a really good choice to have for my lifestyle. Banana's getting sleepy. Oh, and also, if you guys have been wondering, I actually recently found a new hobby. Although, don't do any blames, but I think it's a good one. I do RC plane flying. If you have seen one of my recent shorts, you would have noticed a remote control Spitfire or plane did appear in one of the videos. So if you have any curiosity about that plane, I actually might do a review. Although this is not a RC hobby channel, but I will at one point. It's a bit of a mix-up. So yeah, that is a hobby for you guys. Yes, that is so cool. Yes, that is... Thanks to know, because RC plane flying actually is really fun. I have a boat too, but flying the plane is just super satisfying. The only downsides that it gets very hard to control during wind, and you can snap propellers pretty easily. It's nice to know that you'll think that is very interesting. Alright, hate to be a bummer, but unfortunately my phone is about to die. So, do not ask what I've been doing. So anyway, I'm going to end the live stream here. Although I may have not have much joined today, but that is, I really appreciate y'all for joining in. And anyway, I hope I will see you next time. Goodbye.